We are going to discuss the second chapter based on the 8th standard IT text. The chapter is The Wonderland of Pictures. This chapter is related with the editing of pictures, and also we will be discussing about the image viewers and GIMP image editor. So first of all, we'll see how we can save the picture in a computer. There are several methods by which we can get the pictures. The first one is we can capture a photo using a digital camera and copy it in the computer. The second method is scan a picture from a book or a newspaper and save it in your computer. The third method is draw the picture in the computer. So these are the different ways by which we can get the pictures. And here we are going, as I told you, we are going to open an image using an image viewer. And this is the picture that we want to open. And we will see how we can open this picture and what all things we can do. So for that, from home we will double click and open school resources. From here we will open standard_8, and here we have a folder image_editing. So we will be double clicking and opening that folder, and here we have some pictures. And how can we open this picture? We can double click and we can open this picture, and here we got the name of the picture. It is dry_land.jpg. I have told you the extension of a picture file will be jpg, and here we have png, or it can be jpeg, tiff. So the extension for this picture is jpg, and if we are pressing the right arrow, we will get the next picture. So like this we can get the other pictures. And here it is shrink, means we can bring this picture to a smaller size, and this here we have the different options, and you can select any option from here. And then this means we can enlarge the image. So we got the original size, and here we got the properties of this picture. And under properties we have the size of the picture. Here it is given as 960 by 720 pixels. The type of the picture means the extension. It is PNG. The file size means the bytes. It is 1.7 MB, and this picture is stored in which folder? It is saved in the folder image_editing. So these are the things that we will get under properties. And if we want to get this picture in full screen, we can select this option. So we got the picture in full screen, and to get the previous window we can press the escape key, and then here we have 3 dash, and we'll see what is the function of that. Here we have open with, save, print, set as, wallpaper, slideshow, side pane, image gallery, status bar, properties. So these things we have. So that is the first one. And I told you we have different image viewers. And now we will open the same picture using another image viewer. So right click, and here we have the option open with other applications. And here from this window we can select the different image viewers are Gthumb, and then we have Shortwell, Shortwell image viewer, and then we have another one, Eye of Genome. So first we will open using Gthumb. So you select the application and then you have to click the select button. So we have opened the same picture using Gthumb, and here we got the other pictures here. So again, if we are pressing the arrow key, from here we can select the other pictures, and then so that is the folder. The folder is what, image underscore editing, and then the next one, just like the other, we want to view this in full screen. And so if you want to view it in full screen, you can select that option, and then we are coming to the next one, set to actual size. So if it is bigger than the normal size, we can fit, so that is set to actual size. And this option, fit to window, if the picture is a larger one, we can select this option, fit to window if larger. So this picture was a bit big, a larger one, so now we got fit to window. The next one, here if we want to fit to width, we can select this option. Again we have fit to height. We will select the second one, which is fit to window. Here we are going to rotate this picture. So first we will rotate the picture to the left, and now the next option is rotate to right. So we got that original picture, and here we have the file name followed by the extension ox-plow.png, that is the file name. And here we have the properties, the name of the picture, then the size, it is 1.7 MB, then the modified date and time, the type means the extension, and location where this picture is located, it is home, school, resources. When I select this, you can home, school, resources, standard 8 image editing, then the name of that picture, and the format means the extension, it is PNG, the dimension means the width and the height, it is 960 by 720. And then we are coming to the next option, means edit file, and here we have so many options. This is the save. If we want to save this picture, you can give another file name and you can save that. And then if we make some changes, if we want, we can undo, and this is redo. And then we have the second set, which is colors. We will see the options one by one. The first one is automatic contrast adjustment. Here we are having three options. The first one is stretch. This is uniform. And if we want this, after selecting this, you have to select accept. I am not selecting this. I want that original one only. I am going back. So that is the first option, and now we are coming to the second option where we can change the brightness and all. So here, if we want, we can change that. We'll see. We will change this and see. So now we got a blue shade for that, isn't it? So just like that, we can change these, and if you want that change, then you have to select accept. I don't need that. I want this only. So from this option, we can change the brightness, the contrast, the saturation and gamma level of the image. And now we are coming to the third one, which is enhance focus. Here we can drag like this and we will get that picture. And then the next one, the fourth one, it is grayscale, means just like black and white. Here also, if you want, we have three options. The first one is brightness, the second one is saturation, and the third one is average. Whichever you need, you can select that, and then you can click the accept button. And then, so that is the grayscale. Then we have adjust color curves. Here we can see one line, isn't it? You just click on that line and you can drag to either side. So now I am dragging to this side, so I am getting the colors more darker and darker, and we'll see what will happen if we move to the other opposite side. It is becoming lighter shade, isn't it? So this is the normal one. And now the next one, special effects. Here also we are having so many options. To see the other options, we can drag this and see. And the last option is given as negative. There was a time when we were taking the photographs using the film roll, and there, after processing the films, they will give us the negative of that, and in that negative we will be able to see the picture like this. So that is, and this is the special effects. This effect is known as negative. This is another effect which is known as cooler, and this one is fresh blue. So we have so many options under special effects. And now we'll come to the next one, pick a color from the image. So here I am selecting this color, and when I select that color, I'll get that shade here plus the RGB code of that. RGB means red, green, blue. The colors are formed using the combination of these three colors R, G, B. Red, green, blue. And then I selected one particular position, isn't it? That x coordinate and y coordinate will be displayed here. And now we'll see the next option. Remove the red eye effect caused by camera flashes. Here we don't have that. Only if we have, we can remove that. And now we are coming to the next section, which is rotation. Here, first one, it is rotate the image by 90 degrees counterclockwise. We'll see that. So we got the image like this. And now we'll see the next one, rotate the image by 90 degrees clockwise. So we got that original image. The third option, mirror the image horizontally. What is that? Mirror the image horizontally. We got the picture in the opposite direction, isn't it? And now if we want the image in the original direction, then flip the image vertically. And now the last option in that, it is rotate. So when you select that, here I think you will be able to see it is divided into 9 squares. And here when you drag, I want this. I want at this part only. And after selecting this, I am selecting accept. So here I got only that picture, and it is I have rotated it. So just like this, you can rotate the picture. The next one is format. Format means resize. Here we have the dimension, means the width and the height. You can change. Either you can increase the width and the height, or you can decrease the width and the height. We have the options here, and by clicking here you can increase or decrease the height and the width of this image or this picture. So that is resize. I don't want to save this, so I am selecting do not save. So that is the picture that we viewed using GThumb. And now we will view the same picture using another image viewer. We will close this first. We will view the same image using another image viewer. So again, the second option, open with other application, and here I am selecting, as I told you, we have another image viewer known as Shotwell viewer. Select that, and then we can click select. So this is the window of Shotwell, and here we will get the file name, the extension, and along with this we will get the folder, in which folder we have this image. And here we have the different menus such as file. Under file we have save as, print, send to, set as, desktop background, show in file manager, and quit. The next one is edit. We haven't selected anything, so then view full screen. Then we have photo, previous photo, then next photo. So like this, then we have rotate right, the same things that we did using G thumb. Rotate left and then flip horizontally, flip vertically, so those are the different options under photo. Flip horizontally, flip vertically, and then we have the tools. And here we have enhance, crop, straighten, red dye, adjust. These things. Here also we have rotate, crop, straighten, red dye, adjust, enhance. Those things are also given here. I showed you how you can rotate. The next option is crop. We will see that. Here I have selected this picture, and here I can adjust this. Here the size I have selected now is 8 by 10 inches. If we by default it will be given as square, like this it will be given. I don't need this one, I need the other one, 8 by 10 inches. So I am selecting that, and after selecting we have to select crop only, so only the highlighted portion we will get, just like how you do in your mobile and all, the same thing. So that is crop. I'm giving control Z, I want this one. And then I told you about the red dye, isn't it? Here we'll see. Here, did you get this circle here? So that is the red dye. I am dragging this circle here. I am going to make some changes here. So here you have the size here. I am making it bigger. I selected the whole grass, and now I am going to apply that red dye, and we will see what will happen. So did you get that? I have selected this. Again I am giving apply. Can you see the difference there? So that is red dye. And if we have this red dye, you can, if you want, you can remove that. So that is remove. Here we reduce or eliminate any red dye effects in the photo. So that is that option. And then the next one, we'll cancel this. So these are the red dye that we have applied. Hope you can see that. The next one is adjust. This contrast, saturation, and all. If you want to adjust, you can adjust. I am not adjusting, so I am giving cancel. And then enhance. I think enhance we saw. And here we have the arrow symbols, and this one, the first one, it will take us to the previous photo. lose changes. I don't want to make any changes there, so I am giving close without saving. So I got the previous photo. Again I am clicking previous photo. So like this you can change. And this is next photo. Next photo. Previous photo and next photo. So like this you can change.